Meghan Markle and Prince Harry settled in the celebrity neighbourhood of Montecito when they moved to the US, but one royal commentator has claimed they are now looking for a second home in the UK. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are considering buying a second property in the UK as they miss elements of their former royal lives in Britain, a royal commentator has claimed. Meghan and Harry left the UK for the US when they stepped back from royal duties in March 2020. The couple have since settled into an £11 million home in the celebrity-packed area of Montecito, and recently decided to spend their first Christmas with their daughter Lilibet there rather than travel to celebrate with the Queen. However, speaking on his YouTube channel, royal commentator Neil Sean has claimed that the Sussexes are considering investing in a second property in the UK. It follows a rumour from an insider that they are looking to sell their mansion and it will be shown to people who are confirmed with funds and are serious buyers. According to a very good source, it does appear that Harry and Meghan are on the move, but more importantly, they're also looking at a secondary property and this could be back here in the United Kingdom, Neil suggested. I really think Harry does miss, not necessarily his former life in Britain, but certainly elements of what he enjoyed while living here in the United Kingdom. He won't be looking to come back and live under the banner of the royal palaces. He wants to do something very similar to what Prince Charles does. He has Highgrove, that's his main home, it's the one where apparently he's the happiest. The Prince of Wales' second home Highgrove House is located in Gloucestershire and was purchased by Prince Charles in 1980, who allows the public to visit his gardens. Harry's brother, Prince William, also owns a second home with his wife Kate Middleton. Amner Hall, which is based in Norfolk, reportedly has 20 rooms designed by the Duchess of Cambridge. And now, despite a reported falling out with the royal family, which came to a head in an explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, Neil suggested that Harry is keen to also have his own second property. Prince Harry and his former actress wife will be looking for a UK base, he continued. We're not quite sure where yet, but I'm suspecting it won't be that far out of London, possibly a similar distance to the way Windsor Castle is. But I do see that Harry would want his own independent abode, rather than having to rule the roost of coming back and asking to stay with relatives. Prince Harry still have a place to get back involved with UK charities, a royal expert has claimed. Despite leaving the UK, Harry will still be able to show his support for British charities and other groups, according to Mr. Myers. The Daily Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers spoke on Regal-themed podcast Pod Save the Queen hosted by Zoe Forsey. He said, I think there certainly will be a place for him back here at some stage to get involved with the UK military veteran associations. They would really appreciate him being more involved. Once the dust has settled, possibly in the future, then that's something we'll see more of. Mr. Myers said that this year Harry, who is himself a military veteran, may have an opportunity to return to charities linked to the armed forces. The royal, who completed 2 tours of Afghanistan, founded the Invictus Games in 2014. The latest installment of which is set to take place in The Hague in April. The sporting event is for sick, injured and wounded armed forces personnel to aid their rehabilitation. The last 2 editions of the competition in 2020 and 2021 were cancelled due to the pandemic. Mr. Myers said, certainly, we've got the Invictus Games coming up in The Hague, so maybe watch this space. It will probably be an opportunity for him to get more involved. During his new life in the US, Harry has not let up in his show of support for the military community. In November he and Meghan attended the Salute to Freedom Gala for military veterans in New York City. The Duke was the special guest at the red carpet event, held at the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum. The museum, which is aboard the USS Intrepid, pays tribute each year to those who have defended their country. The gala is held in the run-up to Veterans Day in the US and Remembrance Day in the UK. In a speech at the event, Harry said, I've lived in the US for close to 2 years now. I have to say, witnessing your support for all those that put themselves in harm's way in defense of our freedoms and liberties, it's remarkable and hugely respected. It reminds me of the deep reverence us Brits have for our military as well. The armed forces communities in both our countries share a special bond, and I'm grateful to have served in support of our joint allyship for many years. To subscribe to Pod Save the Queen, go to your normal podcast provider. actress wife will be looking for a UK base, he continued. We're not quite sure where yet, but I'm suspecting it won't be that far out of London, possibly a similar distance to the way Windsor Castle is. But I do see that Harry would want his own independent abode, rather than having to rule the roost of coming back and asking to stay with relatives. Prince Harry still have a place to get back involved with UK charities, a royal expert has claimed. Despite leaving the UK, Harry will still be able to show his support for British charities and other groups, according to Mr. Myers. The Daily Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers spoke on Regal-themed podcast Pod Save the Queen hosted by Zoe Forsey. He said, I think there certainly will be a place for him back here at some stage to get involved with the UK Military Veteran Association.